We have a very, very extra special interview today.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
sir.
If you've noticed, positions are a little switched over. This is usually the interviewer spot with your boy Sinai. You know what I'm saying? And we got the
Keon Forbes. Yeah.
in the building, man. You know, we're excited to have you from Live from the Grove. Today, we're going to be going over your 19 song, 45-minute project, Doom Room. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? Talk to me about the process of Doom Room, the concept of
Mhm.
Doom Room, and what the inspiration for it was.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess I'll just start off with like the process of recording Doom Room. Essentially, it was made in April and May, damn near all the way up to the deadline. The original track list had 15 songs,
Yeah,
and like Deep End, Think Twice, Ferris Wheel, and another record. They were recorded like the same week that it was
yeah,
like supposed to be released, and those songs came out. And at first, I was gonna have them as singles, and then I just liked how they sounded so much, and I felt like they fit the album real well.
yeah,
So I put them into the album. But the reason it was called Doom Room, all that being said, is because I was recording it in my room, and the whole room's decked out with MF Doom stuff, like
yeah,
rug, vinyls, cassette tapes, and stuff like that. And other vinyls are just my favorite albums in my room.
yeah,
And I was like, yeah, like this is the Doom Room, like this is where I'm recording. And it was kind of that mindset. It was really inspired by like some rap songs, Mad Villainy. Um, I would say those are the two biggest. Also, Boldy James, Penalty of Leadership.
yeah,
I feel like those are the three, and Pray for Paris, West Side Gun. I'd say those are like the four projects that had like the biggest influence on the sound of the project, and then like what I was listening to, and kind of like what I was going for.
yeah. Yeah, you mentioned the sound, you mentioned the cohesiveness of the album. I do feel like those were strengths of the album. You know,
Hmm.
if it did feel like even with late additions, felt like a very cohesive project. You know, I think Schoolboy Q, he talks about like how Blue Lips kind of sounds like one really big song,
Yeah.
and I felt like for Doom Room, like throughout the album, like the flows, the ebbs and flows were very, very nice. So, not only that too, but like I was saying, like your sound, like, and I think you've gotten this a lot, but it just sounded like a matured version of your earlier music, you
Yeah.
know. And so, like, talk to me about kind of like not necessarily getting back to your roots as an
Uh huh.
artist, but you know, just kind of getting back to your roots, or you know, just expanding or growing as an artist. Like, what has that been like?
Honestly, it's like almost the dopest feeling, and I'm not even gonna say almost. It's like been the dopest feeling in the world. Like, from like dad calling me, and he's super hard on everything, and he's like, "Oh my god, like this is perfect," or just even friends that you've had, or people that supporters that you have that are typically critics,
Yeah,
and they have like the things you need to work on
yeah,
first, and then they tell you the songs they like. I feel like this was probably like all around the board the first project where everyone, like, and not saying like, oh, I'm making bad music, but all the way down to the fact that like the mixing and
yeah,
stuff like that, like people were just happy with everything.
yeah,
And that was a dope feeling, because the craziest thing was I wasn't making the project to appease anyone too.
yeah,
Like I feel like this was the first time there was no songwriting that was like, oh, I want this to be played here, or this is for this scenario. It was just
yeah,
like, oh, what is Keon like, and what does
yeah,
Keon feel like making? And it came with this, and then I put it out, and then it's just like hella love, bro,
yeah.
and it's dope. I'm ecstatic.
So, I mean, what I would say to that is like, how do you, as like, and I mean, like you personally,
Hmm.
as an artist, how do you stay level when you know you're getting positive reception for your music? And I know this is the type of music you want to make, but I
Hmm.
also feel like you're not the type of artist who wants to get shoehorned into like a
Yeah.
certain style, you know? So, like, how do you keep yourself even where it's like, just because they like it doesn't mean you necessarily do more of it. Like, do you want, like, is that something you would do? Would you like conform to a certain sound if it did get you more success?
No. At this point, and it's so crazy because I used to get mad at like some of my favorite artists when they would, like, I fall in love with a certain sound, and then they go do something
Yeah,
totally else, and I'm like, oh, bro, why the hell would you do that? Like,
yeah,
you had it, and yeah, I'm the same way. Um, like I'm gonna do this. Like the crazy thing is, if you were even following me up to Doom Room, the songs that came out before Doom
Yeah,
Room are
nothing like it at
nothing
all.
like it's like Berserk and Right Now, and that's what I want to do. I want to be able to show people, hey, I could write songs. I do like turned up songs, and
Yeah,
I put a tweet out today, and this is how I feel. Like we're the lyricists that get ratchet. The Lemonheads, A times H, my brothers,
yeah,
Charlie Nichols, A times H, Joe, Baby Sherm, Curtis Cartier, Cameron Dreams, Divine Slack, all the niggas
our
that have been in
legends.
the game, bro. Yeah, even the entourage, Danny, shout out to
Shout
you,
out
bro.
Danny, bro.
Um, all of that, like we're the and Chris, bro. Shout out to you
Yeah,
too, bro. And we're the dudes that can do the lyrical shit,
yeah,
and then we could go turn up. And
yeah,
that's how I want to keep it, and that's how I want to. Long story less long to your answer to your question is no, I'm not gonna like the next shit I could do can be whatever,
yeah,
and it's gonna be good. Like I think whatever I feel and I put it into my music at this point. That's what Doom Room showed me is however I feel, it's gonna
yeah,
show in the music, and people will feel that
yeah.
no matter what it
So I
is.
mean, how did you feel like coming in the Doom Room, and how do you feel now that Doom Room has like dropped? You know, like when you drop your projects, do you typically feel relieved, or is it kind of like a bit anxious because you know you're kind of waiting on the results of like because no matter what, like you say, like as an artist, like you put time, creativity, thought
Hmm.
process, like everything you put, like you want to feel like whatever measure of success is for you, you
Hmm.
want that. You know what I mean? So it's like for you, um like what is your measure of success for you right now? You know, is it just completing the project, or and then also back to like what I was saying where it's like talk to myself so deep, I
No,
forgot what
I
I was
get you.
saying.
So, your original question, I get anxious like waiting for the
Yeah,
project to drop. The craziest part about this is I felt like this was the project I should have been the most anxious about dropping.
yeah, but you went.
I wasn't, because I just told myself that I'm gonna put this out. Because I think the beauty in being like in the underground and stuff is that I can do whatever I want. Like there's no true big enough fan base following me
Yeah,
that I can't experiment with. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Or where I'm locked into a sound. Or if it's a bad project, quote unquote, or not a good public reception, it doesn't detriment me.
yeah,
So, I used to feel anxious, and this time I didn't because I was like, you know what, like, I kind of took the mentality, because I haven't dropped a project since DeLorean,
yeah. When did
um,
DeLorean drop? Was it
2021, but Kizza has dropped plenty of
yeah,
projects. Um, but as far as a Keon Forbes project, this is like the first one back, and damn, I damn near talked myself out. But long story less long is this being my first project back, I gained the mentality of not having too high of highs or too
yeah.
low of lows, and just create art.
And you know, you talk about your art creation, but it's curious, you know, how do you separate Keon and Kiza like as
Hmm.
a, you know, because I feel like this, like, you know, I felt like this was a very Kizish album to me. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It felt Kids inspired, you know. So where's that separation as an artist, you know, and like what is Kizit like what has Kizit done for you, and like what do you see it as moving forward?
this is so dope. Shout out to Kizza, you changed my life. I love you.
Friend of the
Um,
pod.
Kizza is something I got from basically MF Doom and Madlib and like Quasimodo, and pretty much being like, and I created a whole nother page of music for Kizza,
Yeah,
and it was just and it happened also around the time RIP JR, my cousin, when he had passed. Like that all came to me because I was like making, again, Keon Forbes was making songs to like appease people,
yeah,
and like, okay, this has to be at
mm,
this. Whereas Kizza was just like the first thing that comes to your mind. You write it
yeah,
and you rap it. You don't give a rat's ass about like the production or what people think about it. This is for you. Like Kizza was ducked off. You have to go discover Kizza
yeah,
up until this interview, and for whoever goes and listens to Kizza. But I kept them like Keon and Kizza separated.
yeah,
And Kizza was also something for me to just like write and just be able to write. So the reason this project sounds like a Kizza project is
yeah,
because Kizza has been building all this stuff for Keon to do this. Like he's in the Lemon Head sweatshop.
Yeah.
He's in the Eitan sweatshop. Kizza is in there writing everything, working his ass off, and yeah, it's dope. And I like that I get to talk about him as if he's another
Yeah.
person and shit.
But I mean, I feel like that's such a valid thing because like people are so multifaceted. You know, it's like you can literally take like the way you know the way someone is with their passion. They
Hmm.
could be a completely different person. Like we know really timid people. You put them in a competitive situation, all of a sudden, like they
They're a
talk different. They
dog.
act, you know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's like I feel like for an artist, you know, you're not necessarily weaponizing it, but capitalizing off of it. You know, because it's just like the alter ego of just it's just you hiding like you're an artist. You're just a rapper. You're not Keon anymore.
Hmm.
You're Kizzy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And at that point, Kizza can do crazy things. Kizza could be in a high pitch ass voice
Yeah,
rapping about like a bank robbery. And like Keon's not robbing no banks. You
yeah,
feel me? And also then it's like Kizza is a lot more he doesn't have the facade that Keon has.
yeah,
You know, Kizza's so open
yeah,
and talks about heartbreak, talks about loss, talks about being broke when Keon's flexing on you, talking about his wrist. Like
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
And then and like I said, Doom inspired that because he has Metal Fingers. That's when he's producing. Then
yeah,
you have MF Doom, the rapper that we all know,
yeah,
right? But then he got King Ghidra, where he's like three different dragons rapping,
yeah,
right? And then Victor Vaughn, which is a younger, more crazy, like he has his own universe in music.
yeah.
And I'm like, fuck it, like, dude, when I pass, I would even if it's just one person to
For them to
like
understand.
put the dots together.
Yeah,
Like, oh shit, okay, this is Kizza and this is the story Kizza's telling. And da da da, this is what Keon's telling. Oh shit, who's that? That's Spawn.
yeah,
Like, it's ill. I got instrumentals out.
yeah,
You feel me? Under Kizza.
yeah.
Kizza was first supposed to do beats and then he evolved into a rapper. So
And
yeah.
I mean, I feel like just I mean, sitting here talking to you. No, 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 that's
Hmm.
good, good.
No,
Like
I
that's what
know.
we're
I
here for.
just
Like,
love it.
but we're sitting here talking like your evolution as an artist, as a person, as music. You know what I mean? And so it's just it's interesting to see like from my perspective, like how your music has grown with you. You know, because a
Hmm.
lot of people get older and you know they don't have a passion for music anymore. It was just
Yeah.
something they wanted to do when they were younger, you know. And so I feel like it speaks volumes to the fact that like not only are you still making music, but like the effort towards the music is there. Even though you know you could say you put a time limit on your writing, you know, but again, that's you as an artist. Now you're able to follow a deadline. Like that translates, you know, you get signed to a label. Not that, you know, we want to stay independent, but it's like you
Yeah.
get signed to a label, we need your album here. Here's the deadline. Okay, well you've dealt with the stress. You
Yeah.
know, it's on a bigger magnitude, but it's like it's practicing the shots in the gym when no
Hmm.
one's in the gym.
And that's what this is. Like, there's gonna be more projects this year too. Like, I'm taking the Draco the Ruler approach to like my rap and shit, where it's like, bro, I think I'm a super ill rapper. I can do a million doom rooms. I can
Yeah,
say that confidently, and I could give niggas that, and I'm going to give niggas that, and then I'm
yeah,
also going to give niggas a whole bunch of other crazy
yeah.
shit too. So
So is that a Doom Room 2 potentially on the way?
nah, no Doom Room 2. Doom Room is that's done. Like
Need a
that
sequel.
was a thing. Like, you know, because also Live from the Grove has started, so we brought the studio down here.
Yeah,
I moved the studio where I actually record my rap somewhere
yeah,
else, so to the Doom Room, and that's another thing. So it's just also a lot of things happening at once that creates Doom Room.
yeah.
And I feel like even the album cover shows how spontaneous the project was. Like,
Facts.
that's just John taking a picture when you're recording your verse. You feel
Yeah.
me?
That's
Also, great verse, Baby Sherm on there.
hey man, appreciate you. You know, he sent the beat over. Heard the beat or heard the song immediately. I said, he texted me. He said open verse. I said bet. I didn't even have to listen to the song because it's just like um I feel like music is just another thing we could just like connect with. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like for those of y'all who don't know, Baby Sherm, aka Sanai, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Keon Forbes' little brother, you know what I'm saying? And I've it's crazy because it's just like whatever you do, I've ended up doing it some
Mhm.
way, somehow, just in life. And so it's like for music, it's almost been the same thing to where it's something I enjoy doing. Like I don't really feel like, you know, not to hijack the interview, you
No,
know, but
you're
I feel
good,
like
bro.
you can't talk about Keon Forbes without Snide Forbes, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir. That's
So
my right hand.
you feel me? So wherever you've lived, I've lived. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? If you talk a certain way, I talk a certain. And the thing is, that didn't necessarily raise followers. You know, we're not the same
Yeah,
person. You know,
not at
but
all.
we just have similar interests and hobbies, and so
Yeah,
it's like, when you get good at something, it always inspires me to get good, because if I could get good, then you see me get good, it lights a fire under you, because
yeah,
it's just like, it's like friendly competitive nature, but then we end up creating, like, we have so many good songs,
yeah.
it's crazy.
Chains is a classic.
My Bad,
Yeah, my
sorry,
bad.
but
Yeah, my
Remedy,
bad.
like, man,
Yeah, you guys got to check out
catalog.
Kids of Forbes, Baby Sherm, My Bad, one of the best records to come out of A Times Age in history. Um, yeah, and like as soon as I made know the difference too, like the beat and everything, because we had did the
The
Grove,
Grove, shout out
and
live from the Grove.
yes sir, the major
We might
foreshadowing
have to start throwing that in, like, the,
as the theme song for
yeah,
this. Hell yeah! But know the difference. Like, bro, I was like, all right, yeah, he's gonna slide, and my brother did great. And I feel like that's another great thing I enjoy with the project. I feel like all the features brought it.
dude.
Chris killed his verse. Malik on Tasteless was super ill.
That's your ability to, host the pod, because that's a perfect segue into, man, the features were great, and so, I'm gonna hijack it
Yeah, go
so that
ahead,
you
man.
can talk about these. I mean, one, what did each feature mean to you, like, just in terms of the person who was featuring, because I feel like that has significant, and then the construction of the very, like, I mean, every feature is just perfect. Like, whenever, not saying the album gets monotonous, but
Yeah,
your voice, it's your voice throughout the whole project,
exactly.
and then so boom, I get Tasteless is with Malik,
Hmm.
correct? Amazing feature. Shout out Charlie Nichols, great feature. The song with Chris, great feature. Then there's one more artist feature, correct?
You said Chris, Malik, and yourself,
Yeah,
and then Kids of Forbes on Know You're Wrong.
that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
So out of the 19 songs, we got 4 features. Um, and see, the thing is, I feel like I looked at my skill in curating a lot more,
Hmm.
like, and taking that as like, oh, okay, I've done albums before, I've done long albums before, right?
Yeah,
But I've also, with all my other albums, Samo or DeLorean, it's not gonna be as how you said, like monotonous as this project,
yeah,
right? Where it's like it's the same type of feel. So I definitely put in a lot of like I'm the type I wanted this album to show me and my personality to an extent. So like I
yeah.
put in like commercials, like any type of voice clip you heard in there, that's me
Get
putting
that
that shit
yam
in.
off your face, nigga.
Yeah. So there's random things just also because I understand it's a 45-minute album. 40 of those minutes you're probably hearing me,
Yeah,
so I gotta make it to where, okay, you're loving the samples, you're getting a lot of other things rather than me, to where it's not feeling like I'm talking your ear off through a
yeah,
whole project, right? And then having the wherewithal to know, okay, I'm gonna throw Tasteless, and then right after Tasteless
yeah,
I'm gonna throw the song with Sinai. So now when you're listening to the album and the track list, you heard 4 songs of me
yeah,
prior, and then you just heard 2 songs and 2 features. So now you're like, oh, okay, I feel like I heard other people
yeah,
mixed with all the samples that you're hearing and the amazing production.
yeah,
Um, you sit there and you're like, damn. So yeah, like curating was a big thing for me on this, and I'm planning on like doing more full length projects too, like just because I can at
yeah.
this point.
And I feel like that's I could almost say that's a lost art.
Mhm.
Songs are shorter, albums are shorter. I mean, like, for instance, shout out to Ian. You know what I'm saying? Love to have you on the pod. My nigga dropped like a 19-minute tape, bro. Like, and it was like 8 songs on there. That bitch was that bitch was 20 minutes, and like it was a good 20 minutes. It went
Yeah.
through smooth, but it's like not everyone, and even shout out D Savage, Life in the Grove legend. You know what I'm saying? I love D Savage. That boy would throw a 2 minute 47-second verse. He
Hmm.
had a bridge. He had an outro.
Hmm.
He only gave me one verse. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you will get on a song 3 minutes 37 seconds. Rap for it the whole time. Won't
Yeah.
let it breathe not one time. Like, no matter what any human could say, they could say I don't like this song,
Hmm.
but that's a skill. That's a talent. Like, to be on a track for 33. Nah, bro, there's some people who can't talk for 3 minutes.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Cause also this is like the first project too where I'm like gonna pop my shit too a little bit, but like also just from wordplay, from multi-syllable rhymes, multi-syllable rhyme schemes that I'm doing in there, or just even I just feel like the flows were sick. I just leaned more into what my strengths were. A big critique like growing up was like, hey Keon, bars are there, but you're you be off beat low key, you be off beat low
Yeah.
key, or you're too monotone. Like, bro, I told you one of the funniest things. Shout out to my pops. He called me and said, "Man, this album don't sound like you was high." Like, like he's like, I can hear you clear. I can hear
Yeah.
what you're saying. And that was the thing I was focusing on too, is just how I enunciate the word. Like, bro, there was so much just rap
That
nerd
boy
shit for
said,
the
"Stay
project.
off the
Oh my
weed."
god! And hey, listen, I didn't cut it down a bit for the project either. I was smoking, but I just I was in there because I think what I used to do, man, because I wasn't so in love with my voice, is I would try to hide behind the beat or try to say things a little slurred or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this project, hey,
It's,
listen, I'm gonna, hey, listen, what's the deal? No pickle. I'm gonna say that nice and clear for you, bro. Get it money like a ritual.
speaking on that bar, man, talk to
Yes,
us about the
sir.
Big Sean.
Big Sean, definitely. Shout out to Big Sean. That was one of my favorite rappers. And definitely, I'm just like I'm a one liner guy too, bro. And that's another thing kids that had taught me was like go with your first mind. So
Mm,
like when I'm writing it, man, I'm not even worried
yeah.
about a motherfucker cringing at a bar, bro. I'm like, nah, this is a bar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I have a Viagra line in there,
Bro, the
bro. Like,
Viagra Niagara Fall. I
oh
was just about
yes,
to say
sir.
that.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead and tell the people what the bar you were referencing. Cause no shame on the bar, bro.
No shame on the bar. I said, what I, what I said. I said, what's the deal? No pickle, getting money like a ritual. Now I'm the hardest like Viagra. I'm the hardest like I took Viagra. Your career failed. It's Niagara.
Niagara Falls bar.
Ah, that's fucking bars. Nigga, put flex in this. But of course, there's a lot of real
What
bars
made
on
you
there
go
too.
with that verse?
Free my mind. Subconscious, bro. But yeah. Oh no, I said I'm the hardest. Like I took Viagra or something, but it's hard. Pause.
No Diddy, bro.
No Diddy.
But is there anything else that This is the section of the pod where we tell the interviewee
Yes, sir. I
if
like that.
there's anything that you want to specifically pop your shit now, bro. And first of all, honestly, talk your shit because y'all wasn't hearing it. Listen, I stay next door to this man. Beats
Mm,
mad loud at 11 at night. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? He actually, I'll give him props. He was not like screaming on the mic. Like I didn't hear his voice still, but them beats was loud as hell. You know what I'm saying? For April, May, damn near every single night when he was not potting. Talk your shit, Keon Forbes.
I'm going to right now. First and foremost, follow me on Instagram at
Instagram.
Keon Forbes. KeonForbes.
BS.
You can find me on anywhere that music is played at where? Keon Forbes.
Wait, we can find you on title.
Yes, nigga, I'm on title. I'm on Deezer, nigga. Listen, find me anywhere. Tell your mama about me. Tell your mama's mama about me. Tell your daddy about me. Tell your daddy's daddy, brothers, everybody. Tell everybody about Keon Forbes and his music, please. Doom Room is out now. Go listen to Doom Room, like, and show people Doom Room and
Mm,
support people from the Grove. Support people from San
facts.
Diego. Support your local artists. San Diego has so many dope sounds, bro. So many ill people out there killing it. And as a city, we gonna rise, bro. So it's dope. We all just contributing to art at this point of
Mm,
time. It's like another renaissance, baby.
mm,
Um, yeah, man. As far as things to say though, I guess I would just want to give advice to anyone because I've been doing this shit for so long and I'm somebody that's always had to work hard. Not the most talented nigga. Had to working hard is my talent. Um
talk to him.
as long as you got a passion for it, bro, do not. Yeah. This is bro. I've been waiting to get this on my chest for a minute.
Yeah.
As long as you got a passion for it, bro, it does not matter if one, two, or three or nobody's listening to your music. It don't matter if 50,000 people are. Like I said earlier, don't get too high, don't get too low. Just stay where you're at. You should be making music because you enjoy making music. I just put out 19 songs, and I got
45 minutes.
what 1,400 followers on Instagram. I ain't got nobody on my TikTok. I got 400 followers on SoundCloud. I've been in for 10 years.
Yeah.
I got what accumulatively on SoundCloud. I got 60,000 plays from 2015 to 2024. There's somebody that probably dropped this week that got that on a song.
Yeah.
And I ain't quit, and my spirit ain't broke because I just enjoy this shit. I love creating, and if you love creating, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't look at numbers. Don't look at stats. Take your wins though. For sure, take your wins.
Yeah, them songs that rack up them plays, enjoy
And
them.
appreciate anybody that swiped up on your shit and just told you, hey, you did good. Or anybody that liked your shit. Like, stop focusing on people that don't like your shit. Ain't no point. They don't like your shit. That is Keon Forbes, man. Live from the Grove, baby. Doom Room out now.
Keon Forbes, Life in the Grove legend, man. Hey, appreciate you. You know, you're able to sponsor us.